Yeah, I mean, government spending always makes up a significant portion of GDP as well, so that's understandable. Do you think that the foreign investment being a bit softer is due to, I mean, we see a lot of media coverage in the West here about, the religious strife in India between Muslims and Hindus and, the nationalistic party policies. Is that still going on? I know Kerala is pretty diverse too. I mean, I know that half of the population is Hindu, but there's also considerable Muslim and Christian populations as well. Have you seen, now that we're all kind of together and under, all dealing with the same thing, has that abated a bit, or is it still, happening? And I know a lot of it isn't in your region. It's, more in the big cities and in the north, in the Kashmiri region and areas like that. But what is the overall feeling? Was the lack of foreign investment because of these kinds of things, now has it sort of abated because people have, more pressing concerns?
Yeah, I think that's a valid question. So I think that's something that religious tensions always been something that's countries had to deal with and manage to a certain extent, because when something like that happens, it kind of derails the bigger picture, right? So even I would say in the beginning of this the coronavirus issue, you did see a bit of those tensions kind of crop up again. But even now, the Delhi chief minister, so he's also come out, and said, in this kind of situation, there's no Hindu or Muslim. Everybody's a human being, right? So I think now that everybody's dealing with this crisis, people are more looking in terms of human life versus religion, and it's been a slow, gradual movement to that. In the beginning, there's definitely some tensions there, and in the economy side of it, before the coronavirus issues, also that I think that was less of a factor in terms of foreign direct investment, and a lot of the factors also that you look at is I think people being more conservative with their own investment. So even if the surrounding economies, the international economies, if you look at it, a lot of them are contracting, right? Mm-hmm. So before coronavirus, a lot of the economies are not doing as well. So if the foreign economies are not doing well, why would they put their money in other economies? So they kind of are looking for these safe havens. So I think the foreign investments were more conservative, even though India is in the positive GDP growth level before the virus happened. I think just because of influences even in the global economy, people are more conservative in terms of taking risky investments. And in terms of parking your money, I think people will be more comfortable in a GDP plus country. But in this kind of situation, again, I think everyone is going to be extremely conservative and kind of look at their own country first, and then think about foreign investment for import-export operations once things start to clear up, right?
Those are very, very important insights. So it's been great chatting with you, Pathros, and thank you so much. I think, you've definitely brought a lot of enlightenment to my learning in terms of what's happening in South Asia.